Jason Martin being challenged by the 13. That's not going to work, though. Looks like Boone Evans and Kyle Wilkins and Mason Martin going to transfer right into the A main. And that will put the rest of these guys from Jason Hunter on back into the B main coming up a little bit later on. That was your fourth and final heat race for the Southern Sport Mods. And we are looking at the IMCA Friesian Performance Chevrolet Modifieds to come up next. We call these guys the ground pounders, and for good reason. 27 of Nick Glaze going to be your pole setter. The 54T Matthew Day, last night's winner and current points leader in the modified division, going to be on the outside. Row number 2, the 58L of Brandon Lewis, the 07X of Troy Morris III. 18-year-old driver out of Bakersfield, California. Row number 3 on the inside, the 135, Caleb Emerson, the 91, Kyle Wisdom. Row number 4, the 118, Cameron Wilson, the 5B, Brenda Kirby, young lady out of Phoenix, Arizona. Row number 5, the 21X, Mason Wheeler, and the C5 of Chris Carter. Top 3 will transfer. 8 laps the distance in this one. All right, we are going to have a live look in on IMCA TV on Facebook. So if you folks want to see what kind of fast-paced action we're having here at Boyd Raceway, we have a live look in going on Facebook. And we're going to give you a little taste of the action here, and then encourage you to go to IMCA TV and subscribe so you can watch the rest of the action here tonight as well as tomorrow and Sunday. All right, Nick Glaze on the pole. He is a driver out of Cabot, Arkansas, along with 54T of Matthew Day on his outside. We'll see if Matthew Day gets to jump or if Nick Glaze gets to jump and leads him off in the turn. I tell you what, we've had a good performance this last couple of days for that 135 machine of Caleb Emerson. He has really looked really strong in that, and we'll see if he can improve his standing. He is in the sixth in points coming into tonight. All right, no start. No start. Looks like Glaze had a little bit of trouble getting a jump there. So they are going to line them back up and try it one more time. But as we were saying, Caleb Emerson setting 6th in the points after a pretty good performance. First two nights, opening night. So looks like he's just getting stronger and stronger. We'll see how he does here tonight. All right, green flag's in the air, and we got this one underway. TM3, Troy Morris III in the 07, trying to work his way up there on the outside of that 27 of Glaze. 135 of Emerson. Oh, whoa. Wow. Brenda Kirby in the 5B car barely able to miss that 27 of Nick Glaze as he loops it over in turn number 4. Fortunately, everyone was able to get by unscathed, I do believe. The 27 of Nick Glaze out of Cabot, Arkansas, having a little trouble there in turn 4. Loops it around and gives everybody a little pucker minute there as they had to take quick evasive action. Thankfully, they were able to get that done. That 54T car, that is Matthew Day's new car. He still has the old one that he competes with up at Southern Oklahoma Speedway on the 3/8 mile, but he uses this new car on the shorter tracks, and it really worked well for him last night. He came away with the win and had a pretty strong lead over the field when he come across the start-finish line. All right. We'll get this, we'll get them straightened out here and get this one back on the way just as quick as we can. If you haven't seen the interview with Brenda Kirby and Chris Morris, Brenda Kirby, a driver out of the Phoenix, Arizona actually a little town called New River, Arizona, just north of Phoenix. She is engaged to Chris Morris, who drives a 94. You'll see him out here in just a minute. And they are engaged to be married in October, and she will be moving to Texas and moving her home here to Texas. But keep your eye on that young lady. She is a very, very talented young lady driver. 21 of Mason Day.
2 cars got sent to the back per Jim.
We call him the underdog. He has really worked hard this year to get that car dialed in and working right. Builds his own engines, works on his own car. That kid does it all with the help of his dad and sometimes his sister. But man, I'll tell you what, he has really done good, and hoping for good things for him tonight. All right, green flag's in the air. Caleb Emerson on the gas. Matthew Day gets a little bit high over there, opens the door. Caleb takes the lead. Morris, TM3, takes the second spot. Day falls to third. Oh, no, Emerson loops it out of turn number 4. That allows Day to get back up and battle with Morris for the lead. Here they go out of turn number 4. Day on the high side. Morris trying to take a look under. Can Morris get through 3 and 4? Caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway.
We're now going to have to cross. Unless you're going to go off of what you did. 135 to the pits, please. Single car caution. 135 to the pits for single car caution. 54. 21.
Okay, they will be sending that 135 to the pits for causing a single car caution. Unfortunate for Mr. Emerson. Hate to see that.
You have 1 lap complete. 1 lap complete.
Okay, 1 lap complete. 7 to go for this one. And it is Matthew Day on the point. Troy Morris the third. We call him TM3 for short. In that 07 ride, he is in the second spot. And by golly, I believe Brenda Kirby started back in the 8th spot, in that 3rd spot now on the outside of Troy Morris. Here they go out of turn number 4. Green flag's in the air, and we are back underway. Oh, Kirby taking a look to the inside of Morris as they come out of 2. Morris able to hold her off. Matthew Day out front. Troy Morris the third in the second spot. Brenda Kirby in third. Kyle Wisdom, the first man on the outside looking in. Oh, Wisdom almost loses it in turn 1. Holds on to it. Gathers it back up and blasts off down the backstretch off of 2. And Matthew Day. Wow. Really good run for Matthew in that new Longhorn chassis, making it look really easy out front. 82 machine of TM3, Troy Morris the third. Sitting there in the second spot as they come across the line and take cross flags for halfway home. Brenda Kirby, Phoenix, Arizona driver, doing a good job there in that third spot. Those top 3 cars have put a little distance between themselves and the 4th place car of Kyle Wisdom. Matthew Day looked like he's stretching out the lead over the 07 of TM3. Matthew Day's really got that 54T car working right tonight here at Boyd Raceway. Wow. 2 to go this time by for Matthew Day. This race brought to you by My Race Pass. My Race Pass, sponsor of this race. All right. White flag in the air for your leader, Matthew Day. TM3, Troy Morris the third in the second spot. Brenda Kirby in the third and final transfer spot. All right, checkered flag fly is going to be Matthew Day. It's going to be TM3, Troy Morris the third. It's going to be Brenda Kirby. Those 3 will transfer into the A. Kyle Wisdom, Cameron Wilson, Nick Glaze, Carter, and Mason Wheeler going to transfer or go straight into the B main. That was heat race number 1 for the IMCA Friesen Performance Modifieds. Heat race number 2 on tap now. Sean Sandrigan in the 18S going to be your pole setter. William Gould in that 6-0 ride going to be on the outside. Row number 2, the 77, Garrett Gregory, the 55H, Buddy Honecker. Row number 3, the 7S, Troy Schauberg. The B4, Jared Baird. We call him Hollywood. Row number 4, the 711, Larry Adams. The 711F is Drake Finley. Finley, a driver out of Arkansas. 49 is Vince Ogle out of Lubbock. The 66, David Gould out of Oklahoma. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of your Friesen Performance IMCA modified schedule to take the green flag in this one. And by golly, they're all out there, so we'll make a loop here. Looks like we might have some debris they're going to look at out here on the racetrack. Yep. Yep. I don't know what that is, but
Does that bump the other person up?
looks like they got it picked up and got it out of harm's way, so we get this one back underway. Uh-oh. All right. Looks like everything's ready. We can get them underway now.
Go in this time, guys. Go in this time. Make sure you just
Lights are flashing over there in turn 3. That's the flagman, Joe Andrews, letting them know we're ready to go racing. Sandergan, Gould on the outside there, looking for the start on this one. Garrett Gregory and Buddy Honecker there in that second row. Here we go out of turn number 4. Good start there for the guys. Green flags in the air. We're going to go racing. Gould with the hole shot down the front stretch, leads them through 1 and 2. Sandergan in second. Wow. Honecker had a run, but he got blocked there by the 18S, so Sandergan had to jack out of it a little bit. But they avoided contact and kept it rolling. Drake Finley on the move in that 711F ride, the one with the orange numbers. Oh, Baird and Sandergan get together. That opens the door for Finley. Finley jumps to the 4th spot there. Oh, and Honecker loops it, collects Gregory. Radiator goes to pot on the 55H as caution comes out. Wow. Man, things got crazy quick there in that one.
stay single file and I'll get you lined up. Stay single file and I'll get you lined up.
Got crazy really quick there on that one, so we'll get them lined back up. Buddy Honecker are going to need a little help to get that car back to the pits so they can go to work on it, try to get it ready for the B main coming up shortly.
Can we get that car number, please?
William Gould, the 55H over there, 55H, Buddy Honecker.
Yeah, 18 is off too. 77.
All right. William Gould out front. Garrett Gregory in the second spot. Drake Finley in third if they stay like they're lined up. Judges are looking them over to make sure everything's right. If Finley stays there, he started all the way back in the 8th position, was working his way up through the field. Then the B4 of Baird, and I'm not sure another car got together over in turn number 2, and Finley went to the inside and got by them both and really set himself up for a run on that transfer spot.
7S.
Finley was really fast in the practice on Tuesday night, and hopefully he's had a little bit of bad luck, but hopefully tonight he can turn things around. Looks like that is a car he is driving for Larry Adams. You see Larry Adams in the car there, 2 cars, 3 cars behind him with the white 711. That's Larry Adams, the car owner in the white number 711. Drake Finley, the hot shoe out of Arkansas, in the car with the orange 711 on the side. So having a good night here tonight. 49, Vince Ogle out of Lubbock, Texas. Normally races out there at Abilene Speedway. And both of his kids are here. Cade Ogle and Kensington Ogle, his daughter, here racing with us this weekend. Cade has had a really good run so far. Let's see, he is in the 4th spot in the points, so he's really doing a great job.
So I can tell the difference. 711F. You need to put an F on it, please.
Put them both on the back.
77 to the inside. All right, double up, guys.
All right, William Gould
Into the outside of the 66.
in that 60 ride on the point with Garrett Gregory and Drake Finley
All right,
on that second row.
going this time.
Those are your top 3 transfer cars at this point. But we've got the B4 of Jared Baird. Cart's been running pretty good this week, as well as the 7S of Schauberg. Troy Schauberg. Let's see. Troy is out of Amity, Arkansas. Had several drivers
Correct. B1.
competing with us in the tour this year from Arkansas. All right, we're looking for the start as they come out of turn number 4 this time. It's William Gould on the point. Garrett Gregory, Drake Finley, here they go. Green flags in the air, and we are racing. All right, Finley with a good run off the top of 2. Dives down to the inside of Gregory. They're door-to-door off into turn number 3. Finley, is he going to get a good run? Yes, he does get a good run through the bottom of 3 and 4. He puts that car in second. Gregory falls to third. Baird going to try to get a nose under Gregory in a battle for that third and final transfer spot. But Gary hits a shot off the top of 2 and hangs on to that third and final spot. Meanwhile, out front, that number 60 ride of Willie G starting to pull away from the field. Already about a half straightaway lead over the 711F of Mr. Finley. William Gould taking the cross flags. He's halfway home. Finley in second. And, of course, Garrett Gregory trying to hold off the B4 of Mr. Hollywood. That would be Jared Baird. And here they come out of turn number 4 for another lap. Still going to be Gould, Finley, and Gregory, your top 3. Coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be 2 to go for your leader, William Gould. Finley about a straightaway behind now in that second spot. And Gregory about 2 car lengths behind Finley in that third and final transfer spot as they make their way around. It's going to be Gould across the line this time by to take the white flag. One more lap to go. One more lap to go. All right, here he comes, folks, blasting through 3 and 4 in the red number 60. It's going to be William Gould with the win, a commanding win over the 711 of Drake Finley and the 77 of Garrett Gregory, Jared Baird, Larry Adams, Schauberg, and Ogle. And David Gould, your car's going to the B main. That was heat race number 2 for your IMCA Friesen Performance Modifieds. Heat race number 3 on tap now. 23D Dalton Pike going to be your pole sitter. 94 Chris Morris on the outside. Chris, the driver that operates that car solely with hand controls. He has no use of his legs. And so he operates that car solely with hand controls. Row number 2 on the inside, 24, Jake Upchurch, 9JR, Spencer Hartwick. Row number 3, the 34, Zach Olivia, the 104, Juan Grijalva. Row number 4, the 9, Brent Hartwick, 751, Rusty Trevathan. Row number 5, the 56, Jason Gomez, and the 73H, Gary Holt. So we have got 10 of your IMCA Friesen Performance Modifieds ready to get underway in this one. And our sponsor for this one, Baya Headers. Baya Headers, a fine manufacturer of good racing headers out of, I think, New York.
All right, going 1 to go right there. 1 to go. Make sure you
1 to go as they go by the flag stand this time by, so we're about ready to get this one underway.
I gotta figure out.
Chris Morris was leading last night, touched the wall, broke a brace, and holds the quarter panel in place. It went up and hit the fuel switch and turned the fuel off. Freak accident, James. That was a freak accident. So they put a clip on it today so it wouldn't do that. All right, here we go. It is Dalton Pike, Chris Morris. That's your front row. Green flag's in the air, and we're going to go racing. Jake Upchurch currently sitting third in the points making a fine run there on the inside of Dalton Pike. Looked like we got him looping and crashing and banging back up there in the top of turn number 3. The 751 of Trevathan, the 9 of Hartwick, the 104 of Grijalva, and the 73 of Holt all getting together up over there. But some of them were able to continue on. So we'll line them back up. No laps complete.
73 and 104.
Let's see if we got a lap in or if they'll call it.
23D and 94 on the front row.
751.
That's 751. The white bar is the 751 that goes to the rear.
Oh, excuse me.
23D and 94 on the front
Can't
row.
believe it's already Friday night, James. We started with the practice on Tuesday and then first race of the tour on Wednesday, then Grayson County last night, and here at Boyd tonight. Tell you what, when you're as busy as we've been, it just flies by, you know. You wait and wait and wait for it to all to get here and do all the planning, do all the getting ready, and then when it starts, you wake up and it's all gone, you know. All right. We still on the live look-in out there, Ian? We are still on the live look-in on Facebook, so hope you guys are enjoying the fast action that we've got here at Boyd Raceway. And I'll tell you what, this track is phenomenal. It is beautiful. I mean, we've got high lines, we got low lines, we got middle lines, and they're racing everywhere on it. And the track is super smooth. I tell you what, kudos to Matt Yates and the gang here that worked on this track. I know they've been working on it all week long to get it ready, and it shows. It shows. They've done a great job. All right, complete restart on this one. Of course, the cars that were involved in it all have to move to the back, and you see the 4 of them there, in the 9, the 104, the 751, and the 73. Unfortunate for them, but
Oh my freaking
that's the way it goes.
104, go around the 751 and get in front of him.
23 actually, 23D of Dalton Pike, once again your pole setter, with a 94 of Chris Morris out of Taylor, Texas. Concrete contractor, and does all his business from a wheelchair that's got tracks on it like a track loader, you know. And that dude gets around. In a motorcycle accident back in the day when he was racing motocross, and didn't want to let that slow him down, so he figured out how to make he got a sport mod, traded his motorcycle for a sport mod first, and he said the motorcycle was really the guy that got the better end of the deal, because it was a real expensive motorcycle. But he did learn how to race on dirt in that sport mod, and then they got this modified, and it's one of David Stremmy's, is it a lethal chassis, I think? And they converted it over to the hand controls and put a little flop down door so he has a little bit more room to get in. Man, he does a great job, James. All right, here we go. Out of turn number 4, green flag's in the air. Chris Morris is on the gas. He has got those hand controls working, and man, is he flying out of turn number 2. Spencer Hardwick in that number 9, making a move to the inside of the 23 of Dalton. Here comes the 24 of Upchurch to challenge Dalton Pike. Grijalva having trouble again over there in turn number 4. Looked like he's knocked the fire out of it. And we're going to go back under caution. Gomez with the door panel sticking up like the tail rudder on an airplane. Like a Lamborghini door. There you go. Yeah. Ooh, man. Wow. All right, Grijalva gets it fired up and back underway, but not before the caution comes out. So we're going to line them up and try this one more time. Still on the live look-in on Facebook with IMCA.TV, giving you a little taste of the hot action here at Boyd Raceway on a beautiful, beautiful Friday night on a superb racing surface. And once again, kudos to Matt Yates and the gang here at Boyd Raceway for really, really giving them a good track to race on. And well, I was going to say something about the lack of caution, but I'm not going to say anything about that. That's probably not a good idea, is it, James? No. Okay, I'll retract that statement. But we've really had some good racing action here tonight so far. All right.
Oh, there they are. Go in this time, guys. Go in this time.
We're going this time by.
Lap complete. 1 lap complete.
1 lap complete, 7 laps to go. Chris Morris, the man on the point. No, caution still in the air. No, it's off. Green flag's in the air. We're going to go racing. And it is Chris Morris out front and Spencer Hartwick and Jake Upchurch in a battle for that second spot. Looks like Hartwick going to get a good run through the bottom of 1 and 2, take that second spot. Upchurch going to move to the bottom in 3 and 4, try to get up there and challenge for that second spot. Hartwick going to hold him off. Here comes Spencer's dad, Brent, in that number 9. He's going to try to get up there and challenge that 24 of Upchurch for that third and final transfer spot. Upchurch doesn't want to give it up. Oh, Spencer gets a little bit high in turn 3 and 4. Saved it just by the skin of his knuckles and holds off that charge from that 24 of Upchurch. Meanwhile, out front, Chris Morris using those hand controls, walking away from the field. Cross flags halfway home for your leader this time by. Cross flags halfway home. Brent Hartwick losing some ground to the top 3 cars. It's Chris Morris out front. It is Spencer Hartwick in second. Jake Upchurch in third. Those 3 cars are a breakaway from the field. And they are your 3 transferees. Upchurch up to the inside of Hartwick down the front stretch. Upchurch a good run through the bottom. Hartwick trying to carry momentum on the high side. They are neck and neck into turn number 3. It's Hartwick high. It's Upchurch low. 2 to go for your leaders. They come by this time. And Upchurch had a nose out front as they crossed the line, took that second spot. Going to get a run through 1 and 2, and he does get a good run off the bottom of 2 and takes that second spot away from Hartwick. White flag in the air now for the 94 of Morris. Morris in the lead, Upchurch in the second now. Spencer Hartwick in third, and his dad Brent in the 4th spot, but he is about a straightaway behind his son. All right, Chris Morris making it look easy. Operating that car with hand controls, takes the win. Upchurch in second, Spencer Hartwick in third. His dad, Brent, the first car on the outside looking in. All right, good racing action there in heat race number 3 for your IMCA Friesen Performance Chevrolet Modifieds here at Boyd Raceway tonight. Heat race number 4. One more. All right. Heat race number 4 on tap now. And we're going to, I think IMCA is going to give us one more heat race to take a live look at. So Steve Askew going to be on the pole in that number 7. The 71 of Chad Melton, hometown favorite here on the outside. Row number 2 on the inside are a young man out of Lubbock, Texas, Kate Ogle. Setting 4th in the points in the modified standings right now. Going to line up on the inside. Out of Oklahoma City, the 5 of Tate Butler on the outside of that second row. Row number 3, Michael Marasek out of in the 171, driving the 54 of Cody Shoemaker, local yokel here at Boyd Raceway on the outside. Row number 4 on the inside, 21 of Jose Gomez, the 428 of Tyson Kinney, and a young lady out of Lubbock, Texas, Kensington Ogle. Kensington Ogle in that 7K, going to round out your field. And, of course, that's her brother up there on the second row. And then her dad was in the first race driving that 49 Vince Ogle. So the Ogles came out here in full force this weekend and have raced all 3 nights so far. All right, Steve Askew and Chad Melton on that front row. They're looking for the start out of turn number 4. Joe says, let's go racing. All right, Chad Melton get a good run off the high side of turn 2. Blast off down the backstretch ahead of Askew. He's going to lead him through 3 and 4. Kate Ogle trying to work to the inside there. Ogle gets into it with Tate Butler as they bounce their way through 3 and 4. It is Chad Melton out front. The 7 of Askew in second. Oh, here comes that 54 of Shoemaker out of nowhere. Blast by the inside of Kate Ogle and the 5 of Tay. Woo! How did they avoid contact on that? I do not know. Wow, that was crazy close. Cody Shoemaker, man on a mission down the backstretch, up to the inside of Steve Askew as they make their way through 3 and 4. They come screaming out of turn number 4. It's going to put Cody Shoemaker in that second spot. Askew in third. Caution on the freeway. That is that Jose or Joe Gomez? Joe Gomez coming to a stop over there. All right. Joe always has a duck on the top of the car, and that is
Joe Gomez.
that's in honor of his brother or something like that, isn't it?
Neil, is that 21 that just did the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Right now, as we sit, it is Chad Melton, Steve Askew, and Cody Shoemaker
28.
for the transfer into the A main, but this is not over yet.
17, 7, 11, 21.
21. Man, we
7 to the inside. 54
have
to the
lost a couple of
outside.
cars on this one, James.
I have 54 seconds. Did you have 54 seconds?
All right.
I need
Chad Melton going to lead them around. The lights are still on, so that's probably going to be one more to go as they work on the lineup there. And the 54 machine of Cody Shoemaker going to move down to the inside of Steve Askew. And our flagman Joe Andrews showing them the one to go this time by.
We haven't had a good enough lap yet for activities.
428 of Tyson Kinney. Haven't seen that car. It's first night. He's out of, oh, that's another car out of Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas. That's pretty country up there around Hot Springs, I hear. James, you been up there?
Yep.
Pretty country?
Yeah, real nice country up there.
All right. I'll have to try to get up there someday.
Yeah. Make sure you got plenty of gas going too.
Oh. All right, here we go. Out of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. Chad Melton's on the gas. Cody Shoemaker up there to put the pressure on that 71 of Chad Melton. Tate Butler trying to get around that number 7. Here comes Kensington Ogle in the 7K, trying to work her way forward, working the bottom of the track down there. It is still Chad Melton out front, Cody Shoemaker in second,
What is this back?
and Steve Askew in the third spot. That is the 117 of Michael Marusak.
Oh, Shoemaker's on the infield.
171, I'm sorry. Shoemaker to the infield. Did he outrun his talent or what? Oh, man. Chad Melton with the lead. In second, Steve Askew. In third, Tate Butler. In fourth, Cade Ogle. Cade Ogle had fallen quite a ways back and now has made his way back up there. Trying to make a run as that number 5 car gets a good run off the top of 2. Going to try it on the outside as the caution comes out. The caution is out for the 171 of Marusak, who was not able to make it off the track, came to a stop over there at the exit. It looks like he gets it fired back up and gets out of harm's way as
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
we'll get them
71, 7, 5.
lined back up and back underway quick as we can.
How many cautions is this?
2.
Okay. 7 to the inside, 5 to the outside, 7 to the inside, 5 to the outside.
All right, your top 3 cars are the 71 of Chad Melton, the 7 of Steve Askew, the 5 of Tate Butler out of Oklahoma. Those 3 cars are in a position to transfer. I'll tell you, a couple of cars that really want that spot really bad is the 711 of Cade Ogle and the 428 of Tyson Kinney out of Arkansas and the 7K of Kensington Ogle. Will one of those cars be able to wrestle a top transfer spot out from those other drivers? We'll see as we get this one back underway. Chad Melton's on the gas, green flags in the air. We're going to go back to racing. Chad Melton pulling away for field. Oh, Tate Butler gets a good run. Look at that 428 ride. Go to the outside of Steve Askew. And Cade Ogle says, hey, I think I'll try that. He steps up on the high line there. White flags in the air for your leader, Chad Melton. Chad Melton being pressured. Can Cade Ogle get by that 428? They both get a good run out of 2 down the backstretch. It's going to be checkers flying for the 71 of Chad Melton. Melton with the win. Butler in second. Oh, Tyson Kinney in the third spot. Those 3 cars will transfer. And Ogle, Kate Ogle almost got up there and got that third and final transfer spot, but just couldn't quite get it done. So he will go into a B main. But that's it for the live look in on IMCA.TV on Facebook. So you folks that have been watching that, we invite you to tune in to IMCA TV to catch all the rest of the action. That was a free live look in, but that is over now. So please go to imca.tv, purchase a subscription and watch the rest of the races.